Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and this is the CCM JC84. Now, it is basically and essentially a console-friendly Jeep Comanche, but there is a lot of really strange off-the-wall tricks up this thing's sleeve. Now, when you look at it, you see a Jeep Comanche body, but when you look underneath it, it becomes a lot more than a standard Jeep Comanche very quickly. This is, for all intents and purposes, a multi-purpose, long-travel, independent front suspension, long-travel, rear solid axle, race truck slash trail rig slash do whatever the heck you want with it setup that just so happens to have a Jeep Comanche body on top of it, which, by the way, I'm super happy to see that body being used on something because I love Jeep Comanches and I think they're super underused in terms of modding, so really happy to see it here. But let's go ahead and fire it up, take it into the garage, see what it can do, and of course, since we're on summer testing grounds today, you better believe we're taking the freaking bridge jump. Let's go and fire it up. Now, when you first spawn it in, there's a bed cap on top of it, actually, and I decided to go ahead and take that off because it covers up all the crazy, like, metal piping and cage work that this thing has, which there's a lot of cage work that went into this thing. It's fast right off the bat. What the heck? Whoa! Alright, so we got the street legal trail engine, which is an A powered weight rating. We then have the race engine 3, which is S+. These are all S+, but let's see. Race engine 3, heavily worked performance race engine. This is performance race engine. Use this one for the best handling, and then performance race engine 2. So this one, it says used for best handling. We'll do that one. This costs $337,000. Why is that? That doesn't seem to make any sense. Whoa, look at these gearboxes. 3-speed auto, race long track, race short track, low-range 4-speed off-road made for trailing and towing, and JC84 experimental gearbox, which is built for top speed. So let's go with the experimental because we're kind of going to be throwing a little bit of everything at it out here on the summer testing grounds. But these would be great for, say, for example, maybe Super Truck Stadium or something of that degree. So whichever track you were running on, or even the racetrack out at TNB Trails. Any of those could be used with either the short track or long track race gearboxes. So experimental box for this one, though. Now, suspension-wise, you have the towing package, you have the off-road package, you have the towing package lifted, and you have the racing package. So let's start with the kind of all-around off-road package. And this is going to be quote-unquote suitable for most conditions. So when you get into tires, I know it spawns in with a default tire, but I'm sure that we'll have a lot more options. Yeah, okay, so Ccm Mud Tires, Ccm... Okay, yeah, there we go, there we go. Whoa, okay, so these 35s, it says they fit, but they don't really fully fit. They don't really fully fit. I'm going to go ahead and, like, let that be known right now, right off the bat, that the 35s, it says they fit, but, yeah, they don't really fit. I mean, they kind of do, but I don't know if I would stick with them. So, let's do the 31-inch aggro tires, and we'll do an offline winch. And, whoa! Yo, you could do a stock body, or you could do a wide body. That's how you fit the bigger tires. So, you can do... Oh, my God. Oh, there's my favorites. There's my favorites. So, you could do a standard suspension height and fit bigger tires by going for a widened and cut wide body setup rather than raising the suspension any higher. That is freaking incredible, and I wish more trucks had that option. Love that. All right, rear bumper, I mean, you got the one option. You got the bed cap, you got the tailgate. You could actually take the tailgate off, which I think is really cool, but I'm going to actually throw it back on there because I think it gives it a little bit more of a believable feel. And let's see. Let's do, we're going to have to throw there we go, TC card in the window. And today, don't worry about it. Oh, tube bumper as well. Love that. All right, slot wheels or beadlock wheels. I really dig the steel beadlocks. I think they look really, really good. And the orange actually does a good job of matching the look of those beadlocks too. So I'm going back and forth. I'm going to go with the orange. I think it looks sick in orange. Hey, you can actually throw beans on the dash as well. That's so good. That's so freaking legit. All right. So this thing is this an active suspension? No, it is not. All right, let's fire it up. And let's see what it can do, and let's see how it drives. Now, one of the most interesting things about this to me is that, once again, it is a long travel setup, and you still have the ability to tow some trailers. Not a big range, but the ability to tow trailers is there. And holy smokes, whoa, it's fast. It's really fast. So you're gonna have to be on top of your game. Let's go to the left, because we never go to the left. And I have a couple of different obstacles that I would like to hit on this test, because normally I don't go this way, but that's because normally I'm not really concerned about hitting jumps. But this thing, with a suspension setup like that, look at the handling. It handled that so well. Holy smokes, that's amazing. Look at how flat it kept itself, too, in the uneven terrain. Okay, well, I tried to put it in high, and it immediately did not like me, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna not do that. We're gonna immediately not do that. High range with this particular gearbox is probably not done yet, because high range is not very fast, like, at all. I mean, I say, like, not at all, it's not fast, like, at all. All right, let's watch the suspension work. It's a little stiff. Let's see how it does on this same set of... I did not mean to click reload. God dang it, I did not mean to click reload. I meant to click repair. My eyes went to the first thing that, like, started with R, and I clicked reload instead of repair. Oof. Oof me, dude. Holy smokes. All right. This would eventually reload. Yeah, don't click the reload button. Clicking the reload button's a bad idea. All right, so we've got the truck repaired, and I'm gonna go to the garage, and I'm gonna swap the... Is Ultimate the race one? Ultimate should be the race one. Let's see how that does. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot more absorbent in terms of these big jumps, or even just big bumps. So let's turn you around and back up the hill. Let's see how that goes for us. It definitely seems to be a lot more... Oh, wow. Dude, it keeps it... Whoa, God. All right, my bad on that one. Just see the skid plate set up under this thing? That's nuts. But yeah, like I said before, this race setup does keep it super flat over the bumps, and it really does distribute the weight really nicely. Really, really nicely. Let's get back up onto the road, if that could be... There we go. I was going to say, if that could be a thing. And repair and refuel once more, and carry on with our tests. Now, like I said before, I really did want to come up here, though, because this is the section that we can really use to simulate a lot of the conditions we might run into in the various racetracks around a lot of the popular racetrack maps in this game. So, let's see if we can... Whoa! Well, that was a weird, like, dart movement. That was very strange. I did not expect it to do that. All right, mud test. Come on. Well, that was... Okay, yeah. It was fine. It was fine until it tried to go up into a higher gear and then immediately plunged. That was a little strange, actually, because I did not expect it to just, like, immediately plunge down. I expected it to dig a little bit, but I did not expect it to just straight up, like, plunge downwards. See what I mean about high is, like, not very fast? Now, granted, I'm sure there's the other gearbox configurations we could use, but this one is the experimental. I wonder if I can go up this hill sideways. If I can go up the hill sideways, that would be... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh! Impressive. I expected that to roll over. I expected it to roll over pretty dang quickly, actually. And I know we're on the race suspension, but it seems to be doing just fine in the rocks. That's, well, I mean, it's a little bit of a long wheelbase setup, and I know that independent front suspension is never going to be quite as capable as a solid axle off-road, but, or at least in terms of, like, rock crawling and stuff like that. But, man, it's still a blast to drive and use. Now, real quick, I do want to go into the mobile garage and check one of the options. Now, let's see. But, aha! So, if I get rid of that body, you end up with just a frame. What happens if I put... Oh! I see. So, the wide body option doesn't just add fenders. It's a completely different body. The fenders are not like the sole part of that. That's very interesting. Okay. I didn't realize they were two completely separate bodies. Now, that's something that obviously we saw Risky do it with the Powerhouse, but you don't really see many other people doing a fully interchangeable body rather than, you know, just some minor cosmetic changes to the body parts themselves. Let's go ahead and make our way up there. Oh, God. Okay, maybe not. Gonna have to bump that. I'm gonna say, gonna have to try to bump that. You really don't want to do that, do you, bud? It is not feeling that. Dude, it is not feeling that at all. I mean, it finally made it up, but it kind of argued with me a little bit. It was like, I don't know if this is the best thing that we could possibly be doing right now. All right, I'm going to launch you and see how you... Whoa! What? I fully did not expect to make it out of that. I did not expect to make it out of that unscathed whatsoever, but that should go to show you how easy this thing is going to be to recover when you get into a little bit of trouble on a racetrack, because, my God, you do not find trucks that are this balanced on a regular basis. You really do not. I mean, trucks that are this balanced are few and far between, and I gotta say, CCM's mods just, like, he turns the, like, he raises the bar up every single time. Like, he turns up the dial every single time he releases a new mod, and I know some of his mods recently have been breaking into some interesting territory for him, but man, he is absolutely rising to the occasion and really coming out with some absolute, like, absolute crazy setups. Crazy setups. And it might not be a mud truck, but you gotta remember, we're only on like a 35 compared to what we usually come through here on, which is like, you know, 40, 50 some odd inch tires, 60 some odd inch tires in some cases. And it's doing a whole heck of a lot better than you would think it would. I mean, this is just the basic MT. This isn't even like an over-the-top mud tire. This is just something that you would kind of, you know, like run on a street/trail truck. I love the interior too. The interior is like super basic, but I mean, you gotta remember, interiors on trucks like this that are just purpose-built are very basic. A lot of them have exposed metal and a couple of gauges, and that's it, really. They are not luxury trucks, I'll tell you that. All right, let's pull up here. Whoa, dude, you can actually, like, flick the back end into a corner. Like, and you can do it really predictably. Like, the handling is amazing. It's so good. Now, the dips obstacle is not really an issue for it because the tires are always going to have a little bit of contact with the ground. Even if you drag the underside of the vehicle, you're going to have a ton of skid plates there to help it. So, I mean, if you're going to slide around on your skid plates everywhere, that's fine. It's not like it's going to tear anything up. This thing has skid plates for days. Absolutely has skid plates for days. God. It's quick, though, and that's what I keep coming back to, is that it's so quick, but it never feels like it's over the top to the point to where it's not drivable. You know what I mean? It never feels like, oh, I'm going to get it into trouble if I do this, or I'm going to get it into trouble if I do that. No, you're not. You're not going to get it into trouble. You're just going to, like, you're just going to keep having more and more and more fun with it. This is one of those trucks where you could go to a map like Stadium Super Trucks, and you could do laps of the track by yourself for like an hour and not realize an hour had gone by. That's the kind of truck that this thing is, and that's the kind of setup you're working with here. All right, I'm going to go, whoa, let's not do that. Yeah, let's see if we can avoid scenarios like that. We're actually going to go ahead and head straight for the bridge jump. You guys already know. Let's see what this thing can do when we run it off the bridge jump. God, look at how long those rear coilovers are. It's just ridiculous. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's gonna send. I mean, it's gonna send on a level that, whoa. All right, there's neutral. Just need to pick up that speed. It should stay pretty dang level. It actually nosedived a lot more than I thought it was going to, but even then, it really didn't pick up all that much damage. It really didn't pick up that much damage at all. And I assume that if we wanted to actually leave the jump a lot more flat, we would have had to be on the gas while we're doing it, because that's kind of how the weight balance of this rig is designed to work. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on this video and this truck in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.